grace, elegance, style, qualities of every NBA superstar.
Just like in basketball, those qualities can be used in public forum debate. You may not realize it right now, but public forum debate and basketball are very similar. As you continue to watch this guide, you will learn and understand public forum debate when compared to basketball.
See how the Thunder play it. Cephalosha will throw in. Here is Durant for the win! Kevin Durant has won it! An easy shot. It's well behind the three-point line. But when you're 6'10 with
In that game, the Oklahoma City Thunder won the game because Kevin Durant scored a three-pointer as the time clock ran out. He eventually made the score 102 to 101. See, in basketball, there is an objective. Score more points than the opposing team. Think of this as a resolution. You must resolve to score more points than the other team. That objective that you've resolved to do is like the topic in debate. The topic in debate is known as the resolution. The resolution is debated by either the pro or the neg. The pro affirms the resolution and agrees with what the resolution is doing, while the neg is negating the resolution and is trying to find disadvantages to doing the resolution. For example, in the resolution resolved, direct popular vote should replace electoral votes in elections. That was the November topic. And there are two stances on this resolution. The neg gives reasons why the direct popular vote should not replace the electoral votes. And the pro gives reasons why the direct popular vote should replace electoral votes.
But he is averaging 9 rebounds so far in the season. Nash behind the back to Grant Hill, cuffs it down for the jam.
Oh, the ageless one, beautiful behind the back cut as Grant slipped the screen, bounced that basketball behind.
You just watched a really well-designed play. Steve Nash was able to anticipate Grant Hill running to the basket, so he led him with the pass, and that soon led to a dunk, which gave them a point. Think of each speech and debate as a possession in basketball. And in each possession in basketball, you want to make the right plays in order to score points. Just like in speeches, you want to make the right arguments in order to score points with the judge. So, in debate, whenever you have a speech, you make arguments. And in basketball, whenever you have a possession, you make plays. These are used to win either your debate or your basketball game. In the first two constructive speeches, you're making an argument and trying to show why the resolution should either be upheld or denied. These are read from the cases you have already made, so these plays are well practiced and easy to execute. They're like executing a well-designed play that you've been practicing for weeks. In the latter two constructive speeches, you have to analytically support your arguments and also refute the other team's arguments. This is a little more difficult to do because you don't have pre-written cases. It's like comparing the latter two constructive speeches to motion offense. A motion offense is where you're passing the ball around in a designed manner, but there's no one set to make a point, so you have to choose who's open, who's not, and who can cut to the basket. It's a little different. The summary and final focus are used to conclude and persuade the judge whether or not they should vote for you. You don't make new arguments, but you say why either your advantage or your disadvantage outweighs your opponent's arguments. The crossfires can be seen as fast breaks. They're one-on-one fast breaks because you have no support of the other team or of your evidence. It is an improvisation of questions and answers which try to thwart the other person. In a one-on-one fast break, you don't have your teammate to help you out or to pass to, so it's just a one-on-one, just like in a crossfire. In the Grand Crossfire, though, it's like a 2-on-2 fast break because you have the help of your teammate, but you still have to improvise with the questions and answers. They're not set plays. The video you just watched shows the structure basketball teams use in order to create plays. This structure is imperative because it helps teams execute their plays smoothly. There is normally a point guard at the top, dribbling the ball up the court, a shooting guard near him on the outside of the court, a small forward doing something similar on the opposite side of the court, a power forward down low, and a center down low. This structure is key to making successful plays. Think of the structure of the basketball teams as the template used for the development of public forum debate cases. In a debate case, you start out with a quote that is related to your case. It should be from a qualified and influential source. You then introduce the stance of your case briefly. This can be 2 to 3 sentences long, and it should support your argument or your claim about the resolution. You next define some keywords in the resolution. This is important because it could either help you with your case, or it can create a mutual understanding between your opponent and yourself, which would create clash on the resolution. So far, what I've explained is the introduction. You next introduce your first contention and then explain it in depth. This is imperative because your contention is your argument, it's your play. It's what you need in order to win. You next want to introduce and explain your second contention and then your third. About 2 to 3 contentions is going to be sufficient. After the contentions, you will end your case with the conclusion paragraph.
So much credit to the defense. And Ginobili, lots of contact, puts it up. Oh, he puts it in! At half court, Ginobili nails it. And a huge bucket for San Antonio.
And nearly losing it was Westbrook. That says it all. Nearly lost his footing. Off balance, it spins in. They can't do better than this.
Some days you have bad film sessions, some days you have really good film sessions. The Spurs, as Parker has it denied.
They've made 4 threes. Memphis has made 4 threes. Gotcha!
How about that? Terrell Arthur, block shot on one end, sprint out, alley-oop dunk on the other.
White defensive jerseys around him. Takes it all, and a rejection by Anthony. That's his 3rd block here in this first half. What a pass by Chalmers, and what a finish by LeBron James.
Dallas needs that one to go down.
A double-double performance for Shawn Marion here in Game 4. Brandon Roy! Brandon Roy, the three! Count it! And there's a foul! And a chance to tie it!
In basketball, there is a amount of time when one team is on the offensive and when the other team is on the offensive. They also take turns being on the defensive end. In basketball, there is not a set speech order or speech time, but in debate there is, because you can think of the speech order as possessions, and you can think of the speech times as quarters. This is a set amount of time used to score points for each team. Speeches and time limits are essential towards the structure and organization of debate. In public forum debate, there are 4 speakers, 2 per team. The first speaker of the debate will start his or her constructive speech. Constructive speeches last 4 minutes, and are used to make the arguments and introduce them. The first speaker of the other team then goes next. He or she will present his or her constructive speech to the judge. After these 2 speeches, each consisting of 4 minutes, there is a crossfire between those 2 speakers. All crossfires last 3 minutes. After the first crossfire, the second speaker of each team will go. The second speaker of Team A, which is the first team to speak, gets to deliver his or her speech right after the first crossfire. The second speaker of Team B then responds with his or her speech. These 2 speeches, each consisting of 4 minutes, will then end with a crossfire. The first speaker of Team A will then deliver a 2-minute summary speech, which is followed by the first speaker of Team B's summary speech as well. These 2 summary speeches are followed by another crossfire. This crossfire is different though. Unlike most crossfires, this one consists of all the speakers of each team. It is not a 1-on-1, but rather a 2-on-2. After the grand crossfire, the second speaker of Team A speaks for 2 minutes, and then the second speaker of Team B does the same, afterwards though. These 2-minute speeches at the end of the debate are called final focuses. In every round there is a 2-minute preparation time and can be used after every speech, or crossfire.
And the Heat will not foul. Shawn Marion dribbles it out. And the celebration will begin. The Dallas Mavericks are NBA champions. The first title in franchise history. The emotions of Dirk Nowitzki. What he's always dreamed of. Hoping to have another chance after the bitter loss in 2006. An unlikely playoff run capped off by Dallas upsetting LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and the favored Miami Heat. Meanwhile, you see for the Miami Heat a stunning ending to one of the more compelling seasons in NBA history. A bitter finish to a year that was really championship.
After the Dallas Mavericks won the NBA championship, you saw that the Miami Heat and the Dallas Mavericks went to the center of the court to congratulate each other. You also saw that much of the staff and the coaches were wearing nice clothing. In basketball, it is etiquette for players and coaches not playing to wear nice clothing, such as suits. It is also etiquette for players playing to come to the stadium in nice clothing. It is also polite to shake hands and congratulate the other team after the game, no matter if you won or you lost. These simple and yet necessary manners are seen in debate as well. It is etiquette to wear nice clothing. It is a representation of your school. It is also polite to speak slowly and persuasively in public forum debate. Another important thing is to be extremely polite to the opposing team, and also, of course, the judge. Judging is a subjective thing, so be sure to get on the good side of the judge in any way you can. Thank you for watching this guide to public forum.